this wick was disrespected right here. So this was disrespected. My trend line was disrespected, and also this little support was disrespected as well. So trend line broken, retest, and the only reason I was gonna take this trade was.
All right, folks, welcome to Trading Up. We've got Zane Trades in the house. We've just done an epic podcast. You want to go and check that out, but not just yet. What you want to do now is watch the trade he took today on gold on a 5-minute chart. Went 7R. We're going to see exactly how it played out. So welcome back to the show, Zane.
Thank you so much, Cam, for having me here. Let's get right into it and break this trade down that I took this morning.
Now, if you're loving the show and thinking we're going to go and trade, why don't you check out my prop firm sponsor, Blue Guardian. Now, these guys have been around for ages. They've been sponsoring Trading Up for over a year. And some of the key features that make them so good is that they've got realistic profit targets. For their challenge phases, it's only 8 or 4%. They also have a scaling plan up to $2 million, and they do profit splits of 85%, which is really high for this industry. They also have quick and reliable payouts and a robust reserve that make sure those payouts are as seamless and smooth as possible. Now, if you're looking to join, go and check them out. But first, grab my coupon code TradingNut, all one word. You're going to save yourself 25% off at checkout. There's a link in the description. Go and click that now. Right, let's get back on with the show.
So I took this trade at exactly 7:39. Let me just clear everything so it's more clear. So if we come down to 1 minute time frame, right? The reason why I took this trade, I could have taken it here. As you guys can see, it broke the wicks here too, right? But the reason why I didn't want to take it here is because of this trend line, like I mentioned before. So this bullish trend line was disrespected. It closed, right? When it closed, it ended up retesting. Whenever a trend line is broken, I always want that trend line to be retested, and I always want a little range to happen after that trend line is broken. Of course, if there's low volume and low momentum. So in this case, there was low volume and low momentum. So trend line was disrespected. My lower wick, which is exactly right here, let me just circle it so it makes sense to you guys. This wick was disrespected right here. So this was disrespected. My trend line was disrespected, and also this little support was disrespected as well. So trend line broken, retest, and the only reason I was gonna take this trade was if the price comes and disrespects this right here, this wicks right here, which exactly happened here. It disrespected this wicks, and I took it right at 7:45, and I ended up taking about 140 pips.
And in terms of like the take profit, I mean, how did you work out the take profit? What's your sort of gauge on that?
So on take profit, I always like to take. I always like to close about 30% of my position, and whenever I'm floating about 20 pips to 25 pips, and then I would close another 20% when I'm floating about 40 pips to 45 pips. And then after that, I'll be left with 50% of my position. So I would take 25% out of that if I hit, for example, 100 pips, right? So if I hit 100 pips, I would close another 25%, and I'll be left with 25% of the initial position that I opened. So that 25%, I would leave it to hit my full take profit, which is usually about 150 pips or sometimes about 100 pips.
Okay, and in this case, like it looks like you've just literally hit the bottom of the thing before price shot off. Was that luck, or was that a level that you planned in advance?
That was the level that I planned, but I did close out about, so in this trade, I did close. So the main reason that I held about 25% was because of this area right here. So if you look at this area right here, this was a major support. So this was another breakout trade that, let's say if you missed out this move, you could have entered here and take about 40 to 50 pips. So my major area to fully close the trade was right here. But since price disrespected this level and obliterated to this level through this level, I ended up holding the position, and I closed full position floating in between 135 to 140 pips. And so let's say if I was holding this to 150 pips, and I would close full position in. So let's say if this was 150 pips that I was initially targeting, how would I know when to close? So let's see this rejection happen here, right? For example, so I would close above this level right here because it ranged, it built a resistance, it built a support. So below the support, you're good to the next target. So the next zone would be this one. So this would be your major area that you need to be careful with. So till then you're good. Or this area right here. But since this reversed, I would close full position in about right here because this is another breakout that could potentially reverse and flip to bullish side.
And it's kind of like the opposite of your entry signal, in all honesty, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So in terms of like managing your stop, would you leave your stop in the same spot the whole time?
No, I would so in terms of managing my stops, after 40 pips to 50 pips, I always like to move my stop to break even.
Okay. So at that point, if you're still running, that
If I
50%
would
is going
still,
to
so
stop out at
let's
break
say,
even.
so let's say if this trade I was still holding, I wouldn't be breaking even because it's still in. But as a professional trader, it doesn't make sense for me to hold this trade and let it come back to break even while I'm literally in profit about 100 to 140 pips. So as soon as it reversed, I would always pay attention in lower time frame and see what exactly price is doing. And based on that next resistance or next trend line, I would close.
Hey folks, what a view behind me. I'm at Black Bull Markets headquarters here in Auckland, New Zealand. Speaking of views, you can get TradingView paid plans for free at Black Bull Markets, saving you up to $600 a year. That's right, get either the Essential, Plus or Premium plans absolutely free, and all you need to do is trade from one lot a month at Black Bull Markets. And you can also get a 100% deposit bonus for your first deposit up to $1,000. All you need to do is click the Trading Nut link in the description below. Brilliant. Well, look, that's a great little breakdown there, folks. I think there's a ton of stuff in there you can actually sink your teeth into. Zane, what's the best way for traders to find out more about you?
More at me, YouTube, Instagram. Mainly, I'm very active on Instagram, and I have a free Telegram that I'll be very active on. Every single trade that I take, it's gonna be there, and I will have it broken down for them, and they can reach me out on Instagram or Telegram.
And folks, remember that we have got a link to the podcast below this, so if you do want to go and check that out now, and also a link to all of Zane's things he just mentioned there, so go and check those out. But until next time, we'll see you in the next video.